Hi everyone, welcome back here to the Old Emo Dave channel. Old Emo Dave here with Scott, featuring our most recent matchup in our Pioneer locals, where we were both 3-0, going for the 4-0. Scott, we're going for the ages here, the current meta tyrants, Amalia combo versus mono green, but like effectively devotion ramp is probably the correct term. What did you think about this going into it?
It's the mono green Nykthos deck is what you want to call it, right? It's the deck that utilizes Nykthos to ramp out big things ahead of schedule using 8 elves to get there quickly, Leyline of the Guild Pack to supercharge the Nykthos. Amalia, we've all seen it a million times, we've talked about it a million times. It's Amalia, Wild Growth Walker, and something to start off the chain, where you explore normally about 25-26 times-ish, and Amalia wraths the board and is then a 20 power attacker, which you can use to kill your opponent. It was actually my first time playing Amalia in this event, and obviously not going too bad for me, considering I was 3-0 at this point.
Yeah, shout out JMF for having a very up-to-date list for RCQ season, and yeah, smashing it really. The deck is doing really well. Amalia made myself, when I'm in that headspace, definitely my worst matchup going into this. However, mono green can't cry. Mono green is devotion ramp has been doing fantastically recently, picking up RCQ wins, picking up challenge wins, and just gotta go fast. Just gotta go fast. Gotta go wide. It is possible with the type of power and the type of like attack power that mono green can do with wide creatures that Amalia can go off and you can rebuild, but it's a very, very tough ask and definitely a tough window to climb. But we were, just a little conversing over a little business before getting going with the game.
Very professional, doing our business before having a game of Magic. You see, with Amalia, it's what blows my mind is I played 4 people in the event, and all 4 people said, well, Amalia is my worst matchup.
Which is crazy, because when Greasefang did this to the meta, everyone just got graveyard hate. And I know it's there also for Phoenix and other strategies, but I think originally like that was the first like combo tyrant, right? The whole Greasefang, Parhelion hit you for 14. Amalia people don't respect it, and because of the switch away from not having the removal spells or like the fatal pushes and things like that, the deck just gets a free reign to like that turn 3 kill.
Yeah, that's the dream, right? Is using Prosperous Innkeeper, it can ramp you up and give you the mana required. I did notice you slamming your hand down on the top of your library there. I think you said you had new KMC hards put on the deck, and it looked like a commander deck.
It was it's insane, and I've been watching so many YouTube videos about trying to like thin these out, like better ways, but I've probably just got to bin them. I literally have Dragon Shield on my desk ready to change over, but great start for me. Lay down on the Guild Pack out on 1, but Prosperous Innkeeper out on 2 is basically the dream for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, this is both decks doing largely what they're meant to do. You having no play on turn 2 is slightly more risky, but there is the Wild Growth Walker and the Amalia.
There we go,
so...
and I'm dead. So, so absolutely. To explain myself, obviously, and the little thumbs up there. I had the Leyline, I had the Nykthos ramp, and I was going to be able to go off on turn 3. So I was playing for it, and I died. So Amalia things happened. Go to sideboard. What am I looking to do? I am definitely looking to bring in my Stone Brains to basically tell you, get rid of all those Amalias and get rid of those Wild Growth Walkers. Admittedly, in my current build, I only run 2, probably in the knowledge of current metas and play groups. I could even do 3 or 4 for specifically this matchup, but you got to get there first, right? Like if you're dying on turn 3 like that, it doesn't matter. The Amalia's already there. The Amalia's already on 25 attack, and they are already on infinite amount of health.
it's not quite infinite. It's normally about 110-ish.
Yeah, not bad.
I actually nearly forgot to sideboard there because the game 1 was so quick. I actually just brought in a Haywire Mite to maybe slow you down if I can pinch a ley line early. If you have a hand like you had in game 1 where it's really relying on that ley line for the devotion, having a Haywire Mite to just knock that off might be okay. I might be able to snipe a Stone Brain if you tap out for it on turn 2, that sort of thing. So,
and look how ridiculous my deck is. I've literally put in my 18 stone of human being on it to try and flatten it out.
18 stone, is that it?
Yeah, you're not even mulligan. I'm actually so keen to get going. Like, you're just looking to pull out the top 7, but I am sticking. I think my hand was actually relatively decent, just getting L's out and getting going. But I really ideally wanted a Stone Brain. That was my true ideal.
Yeah, it's the kind of matchup where you are essentially playing fair magic, right? Where if I combo off, you need to stop me before I combo, as opposed to being able to interact at instant speed in the middle of the combo.
Yeah, that's the right thing. I do have Tail Swipe. Tail Swipe is a possible card. Nice little Elvish Mystic. And that was like the dream, to see that you were like doing a tap mana on turn 1. I was like, great, no Lunarch Veteran. This maybe is a bit slower. So I do have Nykthos. I'm plotting off the Outlander there, which is going to vamp me into a Cavalier Thorns. But then you just pull out the turn 2 Innkeeper. I think we've seen this script before, Scott.
Yeah, so obviously I'm threatening the combo again, so I imagine the Trailblazer's going to come off of plot. You're going to hopefully play something that allows you to draw another card, hope I don't have it on the following turn. You draw into the Stone Brain and then can take the Amalias before I combo off.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. You make a mana here from the trigger, using the Nykthos. You get up to 5. Getting off the Cavalier. I am looking just basically to hit a land. At this point, I'm not that bothered if it's a Nykthos or not. I think it was just a land, yeah. And at this point, I'm thinking, cool, I got good things to do next turn.
Yeah, you're really well set up. That Nykthos is making a huge amount of mana next turn.
But as we see, Wildgrowth Walker into Amalia. And therefore I'm dead. Well, I'm not technically dead. You do have triggers. I was thinking about what does my follow-up look like. And I think we timed this in, and we'll send it to the judges, but I believe the whole game time there was 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Thoughts, Scott?
I mean, I think we're having a very exuberant conversation over how good this will be when we get to commentate it, and both looking forward to that. I'm not sure if I actually made a mistake at all. I was looking at game 1. I was trying to remember if I could have played the Amalia on turn 2 to actually have turn 3 lethal. It doesn't look like I could. I think I only had green and black lands. The thing I'm noticing about Amalia is that the mana's surprisingly bad. I wondered why they played mana confluences, but now having played the deck, I understand completely why they play them, because you want to play Amalia, Lunarch Veteran, but you're also trying to support Chord of Calling. This isn't a Fet Shock mana base. This is nothing but shock lands, really.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It is quite painful and quite expensive.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we thought we'd just still feature this, because at the moment, Amalia is definitely the talk of the town. So, Scott, you played it here. I played it for pretty much a season. There's many, many calls for the Banhammer to be thrown straight down into this deck's face. Are we there, or are we just telling the Pioneer player base start to play around it a bit more?
No, I think we should ban it. It's uninteractive, it is boring. It is the same problem that we're seeing Nadu have in Modern, where it is solitaire gameplay, it's not deterministic, so sometimes you feel compelled to carry on playing afterwards, even if you're only 1% to win the game, or less than that. You're still compelled to carry on playing the game afterwards. something like Splinter Twin, at least it does just kill you, or Khan minusing for a Mycosynth Flatus. You cannot get out from under that.
Yeah. Whilst we're sat just talking about Nykthos RAM sideboards, I think it's time that we acknowledge the wider MTG community. This video needs to be monetized, so we need to show you some salty Amalia takes on Twitter. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already subbed, please sub. It'll take us to 350. Please enjoy the takes. Yes, Amalia, I think it's time for you to go back in the binder. Until you do,